Hong Kong, which is considered a safe city with a very low rate of violent crime. The recent brutal murder in Hong Kong shocked not only China, but also other countries. Abby Choi, a 28-year-old socialite model, went missing on February 21, 2023, and on February 24 her dismembered body parts were found. This is the Defunct City channel. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click on the bell so as not to miss new episodes and stay up to date. Choi's family is quite wealthy, running a successful construction business in mainland China. Choi herself was a popular blogger and model. Abby Choi only recently began her journey to becoming an international style icon. She quickly established herself as a trendsetter in Hong Kong. Photos of the girl, her interviews were featured in international publications such as both Elle Walk and Bazaar. In February 2023, Choi was placed on the cover of fashion magazine L'Officiel Monaco. "I am a very inspired person and am always trying new styles," she said in an interview. The magazine praised her for her style and ability to mix elements in unexpected ways, which has earned her fans around the world. Most recently, she was featured on the cover of the February issue of L'Officiel Monaco, where she was named one of the most sought-after influencers. She also helped found the Palms charitable organization, which is dedicated to helping homeless animals. In the year 2023, her personal fortune was estimated at $30 million. At the age of 18, Abby married Alex Kwong Kong Kai. They had 2 children, who are now 8 and 10 years old. They are now taken care of by Choi's mother, but their marriage did not last long. And soon after the divorce she met Chris Tam, the son of the founder of the popular Hong Kong restaurant chain Tam Jayan in McSean. In 2016 they had a wedding ceremony, although the marriage was not officially registered, so the family Kwon assumed that the model's assets will be inherited by 2 older children. From Tam, Abby gave birth to 2 more children. Her life was filled with happiness. But on February 21, the socialite was reported missing after she failed to pick up her children from school and stopped making contact. Her mysterious disappearance caused a media frenzy. Many already speculated that something sinister might have happened to her and that she had been kidnapped for ransom. But no calls were made to the family about the money. Detectives immediately launched an investigation, and the first thing they did after gathering testimony was to examine the security camera footage. On the day Abby went missing, the cameras recorded the girl getting into her car at the house, driven by her personal driver, Anthony Kwong. He, in turn, was the brother of her ex-husband. And naturally, after these shots, the detectives immediately went to the girl's former in-laws. When questioned, the Kwong family answered the same way, without any hesitation. This made the police officers very wary. It was as if their answers had been rehearsed. After the interrogation, detectives asked cell phone carriers for the location of Abby's phone and her personal driver. After comparing the data from the 2 phones, 2 locations were marked on a map. The first was the address where the girl lived, and the second was Tai Po in eastern Hong Kong. The house of the Kwong family rented was there. After the address was obtained, the cell phones of the ex-husband and his parents were also checked. And, as it turned out, Alex Kwong and his father were also there the day Abby went missing. On February 24, after obtaining a search warrant for the house, the police went there. Upon arriving at the address and entering the premises, the detectives were shocked. One of the rooms of the house was completely covered with plastic sheeting, which still had blood spatter on it. Abby's bag, which she had been seen with the day she disappeared, was found in one of the rooms. Bloody aprons and white protective coveralls were found in the trash cans. Everything indicated that a heinous murder had taken place in this house. The forensic specialists were in complete shock, but they had to find the girl's body. And then the most terrible thing began. When they opened the refrigerator, they found human legs and a pot of soup next to them. The rest of the body was not found in the house. There were also bloody knives, a meat grinder, and a saw in the room. All of this was sent for examination. The medical examiner later confirmed that the lower limbs from the refrigerator belonged to Abby. And now you might be even more shocked. One of the soup pots found in the refrigerator contained human meat, and the second soup pot already contained a human head. As the medical examiner explained in a media interview, the killer wanted to get rid of the head and limbs to make it harder to identify the body. A hole measuring 6.5 centimeters by 5.5 centimeters was found on the back of the skull. Forensic experts believed it was the result of a blow that killed the girl. Also found in the yard of the house was the car in which Abby had been traveling with the driver. Droplets of blood were found on its seats. More than 100 officers began searching the yard of the house, junkyards, and bodies of water to find the missing body pots. Officers immediately went to the Kwong family home. There they apprehended Abby's driver, Anthony Kwong, as well as the 65-year-old head of the Cao Kwong family and his wife. Alex's ex-husband, however, was nowhere to be found. A massive search for the alleged killer began. Abby's friends did not stand by, nor did her now husband. He announced a reward of 2 million Hong Kong dollars for information that would lead to Alex's arrest. The Taiwanese internet celebrity known as Doris added her own 1 million Hong Kong dollars to the reward, but no reward was required. On February 25, police arrested Alex at Tung Chung Pier. He was planning to escape in a speedboat. The suspect was found in possession of a luxury watch worth about 4 million Hong Kong dollars and 500,000 Hong Kong dollars in cash. According to police, Alex Kwong tried to hide out in a luxury apartment in the Sky Tower in downtown Hong Kong, allegedly rented by a 47-year-old woman named Ng Chi Wing, who was his father's mistress. On February 27, the Kwong family was jailed without bail. They will later stand trial on charges of murder and concealing information about the crime. At this time, the search for the rest of Abby's body and the collection of all evidence to take the case to trial continues. So why did the Kwong family decide to kill the girl, and in such a brutal manner? Local media reports say that Choi might have been killed because of a dispute over luxury property. It is known that even after the divorce, Abby supported Alex's family financially. They lived in a luxury apartment that the girl owned. She also helped Alex's brother Anthony. She set up a small business with him involving kiosks that sold fast food. She also paid good money for him to be her driver. On Anthony's social media, there are several friendly photos with Abby in which he wishes her a happy birthday and addresses her as a sister. According to detectives, the relationship between Abby and the Kwong family began to deteriorate last year when the girl considered selling the 70 million Hong Kong dollars property she had bought in the name of her former father-in-law. Abby's decision to sell the property infuriated her former-in-laws, though the girl promised to find them a new home. It is believed that it was the former father-in-law who masterminded the murder. As it turned out, he was a former Hong Kong police sergeant who retired in 2005 years. Journalists researching the history of the Kwong family claim that the man was forced to resign after he was accused of sexually abusing a woman. His son Alex Kwong also had a criminal record. Local police said he had been on the run for 6 years for his involvement in investment fraud. At this point, detectives believe that the Kwong family decided to inherit from Abby's murder because their marriage was not officially registered with their real husband, which means that all of the money and property will go to the children, including their mutual children with Alex. The case is still under investigation. Hundreds of police officers are combing the village for evidence in the girl's remains. The trial of the family is scheduled for May 2023. Take care of yourself and your family.